Alright guys, you saw the title and thumbnails video. In this video I'm going to be reviewing a 100 elo chess game that is one of the worst chess games I've ever seen, and both of the players blundered their queens in 5 moves. Wow. Anyways guys, before I begin, if you enjoy, please drop a like and sub, as I would really help the channel a ton. If you're really interested, you can drop super thanks. Without further ado, let's just begin. So, usually guys, in chess, when we start the game pretty much, we usually go for the center, and sometimes we maybe even push the c-pawn. But no, for some reason, white plays pawn a3. And this is already not a good move, because now you just allow black to just get an upper hand in taking the center. But then, black responds with h5. What? And now white can just take the center. That's it. Well, obviously it doesn't happen. Well, no, that actually does happen apparently. We have e4. And then we have d6. Now, the reason I don't recommend this move is because it doesn't really take control of the center. I probably just play something like this. So, if they capture, you can just capture back. Oh, well, this is actually apparently worse according to the engine. I have no idea how, but okay. Anyways, yeah, we have d6. And then we have bishop b5 check. Now, there are 4 ways to deal with this. Either A, pushing the c-pawn. B, bringing your knight here to d7. C, bringing the bishop to d7. Or D, bringing the queen to d7. What? Wait, black spent 17 seconds on this move. This can't be a mouse slip. You can't spend 17 seconds on a move and then just have this as a mouse slip. And it's not like it's a very quick move done by accident. So white just takes the queen. And black recaptures. And then we have the move queen captures on h5. What? What's even happening now? In the span of 3 moves, both queens just got captured. What's even happening? What even is this game? Oh, okay, I mean, I guess we'll just continue. And yeah, guys, this is what I meant by both the queens being blundered in 5 moves. What even is this? Anyways, we have g4, just attacking the rook immediately. Then we have rook h8, just undeveloping the rook, although to be fair, in this position I would probably have played something like this, just to attack the pawns. And then we have a4. I have no idea what this achieves, but okay. And then we have knight c6. Pretty good move from black, just developing a knight normally. And maybe you can go for this pawn on c2. Then we have rook a3. But then we have king e8. This isn't a bad move. I mean, it's just bring the king back to safety. Okay. I don't think it was very necessary, but okay. But now we have rook a2. What? What is even happening now? Okay. And now we literally just have bishop captures. Because this is just a free pawn. The pawn on g4 is just a free pawn. But now we have knight c3. I mean, if I were playing with the black pieces, I'd just go over here. But then we have b5. And realistically, I just capture. I know it's not the best move, but I do it. But yeah, they just capture the knight. Although to be fair, this also isn't a bad move because, you could capture this pawn on c7. But then we have the move bishop d7. And yeah, black blundered this attack on the pawn, attacking the rook and the king at the same time. And white actually finds it, thankfully. And yeah, they win the rook. And now the knight moves back. And instead of trying to trap white's knight and preventing them from really gaining any material, to be fair, yeah, they'd still be gaining material. I think the reason this position is so losing for white, even though realistically if the knight were trapped and they just capture it back eventually, even though white will be winning by 1 point, I think the reason it's just losing by 3 points is because black's position doesn't look totally destroyed. But white's position, there are pawns just everywhere and multiple pieces aren't developed. The only thing they really have developed is just this rook, which isn't really doing anything. Let's say we have this move, and believe it or not, white is winning. Okay. And now we have the move rook a3. What is happening? It's just, this rook is just going from a1 to a2 to a3 and so on. It's not doing anything. What? Okay. But now we have knight a6. Oh, okay. Now we have rook b3. I have no idea what this achieves, because that just blunders a pawn. Actually, no, wait, that doesn't blunder a pawn. Wait, does it? Wait. Okay, captures does happen. And, wait, if we went over here, no, they could just defend over here. Right? Wait, why is this winning? Oh yeah, they're winning because they're already winning by 3 points, like, even if they go over here. Then, like, where... I honestly have no idea, but okay. Anyways, what happens is that we have... Wait. Wait, if you go over here... Oh yeah, the game is a draw, because now if this happens... Just bring the knight back immediately. Wait, no. Here? Oh, yeah, you have to bring the knight over here. Okay. Well, obviously it doesn't happen. Instead, we have rook b8 check. Blundering the rook in one move. But black has 100. Obviously, you don't see that. Instead, they play king d7. You have two legal moves in this position. To either capture the rook with a knight, or play king d7. They play king d7 and they blunder their bishop. What even is this game? Anyways, okay. Then we have pawn f6. Then we have pawn d4. Now white is just taking the center pretty much. And I mean, this is a free pawn, but I mean, white is already winning by so much it doesn't even matter. Then we have bishop c6. This position, I'd probably just play like this, maybe. Then we have bishop to d3. Well, no, d2. Then we have knight developing, and now that just blunders a rook. But obviously that isn't found. Instead, we have bishop a5, and now the game is totally losing because black just captures white's rook. What even is this game? Anyways, okay. Then we have h4. And now even the knight is gone. Well, to be fair, yeah, the knight wasn't really savable anyways. Although maybe it would have been like good to do this, because at least you would have won a pawn at the very least. But I mean, no. Instead, yeah, we had h4, and now the knight is just captured immediately. But now we have knight f3, developing the other knight. And now we have bishop captures. And yeah, you're either going to lose the knight or the rook. Well, no, you could just put the rook over here. And no, that doesn't happen. Instead, black just takes a free pawn. Not the rook. They take the pawn. Okay. And now we have the move rook h3. I have absolutely no idea what this move does, but okay. And now we have pawn g6. And really, throughout this whole game, I have no idea what 90% of the moves even do. But, like, the players are taking their time. So, I honestly have no idea, like, what strategies they're coming up with while playing this game, but okay, we'll ignore it. But then we have rook c3 attacking the bishop, and black actually blunders their bishop. Yeah, white just captures. And then black captures this free pawn. And then we have knight to c4, and black gives a check. The king moves, and yeah, black just blunders the knight. And yeah, now the game is actually just winning for white, because this knight is just free. But that doesn't happen. Instead, we have pawn b4. Then we have pawn g4, and once again, knight is blundered. But instead, we have knight e5 check. You know, white spent 38 seconds on this move. What? And the pawn just captures. And now we have pawn recaptures. And we have pawn recaptures. And now we have pawn b5. This knight, it's been free like the whole time. But instead now, black also blunders their other knight. Then we have rook c6. Even though you didn't have to play this move, I guess now you can capture the knight. Yes, the knight is captured, and then we have pawn captures. And finally, white captures the pawn. Obviously not the knight. And now, black realizes that their knight is in danger. So they literally just move it to e1 and lose it in one move. What even is this game? Okay. Anyways, yeah, now we have pawn g3, and yeah, this pawn, it's 100% going to get captured. So the king just moves to stop it, and then we have the e-pawn also being pushed. Then we have the rook moving. And probably the reason this is a draw is that maybe there's some forced perpetual check or something. I'm not really sure. Now we have e4, and then we have this check. And now, yeah, black is totally losing. We have this check, the king moves. And I mean, yeah, you just trade the rooks and you win the game. And that's exactly what happens, because now black's king literally can't even come near the bishop or the pawn. Like, let me just show you. Okay, anyways, we have king g2 now. Let me just show you really quickly. Like, let's say, for example, this move happens. Just capture the pawns, because, yeah, black's king literally just needs to go all the way around. You bring your king, and, yeah, there is just no savings position for black. But that doesn't happen, obviously. Instead, we have e3. Wow. Okay. And now it's mate in 28. We have pawn captured by king. And then the pawn moves again. And, oh, wait, how much is it winning by? Oh, wow, it's mate in 23. Okay. Anyways, thankfully, white actually brings their king to the pawn. And when the pawn promotes, they actually capture it. It took them 8 seconds to decide to capture it, okay. Although, maybe they were deciding between the bishop or the queen. Well, no, the bishop or the king to capture it. Although, yeah, capturing with the bishop, I wouldn't really recommend it, because now the king might actually be able to, like, try to attack the pawn, although obviously it still won't work. But you never know. I mean, this is a 100 elo game after all. We have king captures. And then we have king b7, king d2, king c8, and then the kings just move. And now white blunders the game being a draw. Because all black has to do is just capture this pawn. And the game is just a draw, that's it. But that doesn't happen. Instead, we have the move king e5. Wow. The pawn just captures the other pawn, and then we have king e4. Then we have pawn turns to queen with check. And then, yeah, white began giving a bunch of checks and tried to checkmate. And they even lost their bishop. And, yeah, white got close to checkmate. But as always, guys, all great chess games end in a draw. Specifically by stalemate. What the heck did we just watch? Opening that made absolutely no sense. Both queens blundered in 5 moves. A bunch of weird moves and pieces being blundered for absolutely no reason. Somehow white actually starting to win the game, but then just blundering their rook and then just winning a piece. And then slowly but surely, black just counterattacked and actually got back the game. And then, yeah, a lot of missed wins, pretty much. A lot of blunders. And then this knight over here, it was blundered for like 10 moves straight. And when black found out, they didn't even put the knight on the safe square. They put on a square where it could still get captured. And, yeah, then white just won the game pretty much in this position. And then they just stopped both these pawns, and they brought their king. And for some reason, black didn't just make the game end in a draw. And yeah, white promoted, and they tried to checkmate. But slowly and surely, yeah, stalemate. Simply brilliancy. You know, I think this might be worse than the worst game I've ever reviewed. Actually, this game is actually just horrendous. But honestly, yeah, guys, this is the whole video. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and sub us out. Really help the channel a ton. If you're really interested, you can just drop super thanks, comment down below any games you may want me to review. Like, if you have a game that you may have played that was just absolute chaos, I could review it.